Okay, I want to give an update as to where I've been. I don't know the last time I was on Facebook. I really don't. So, I thought there would be updates that you don't know. So, I am officially Kimberly on Galaxy. I can show you my birth certificate, I can show you my driver's license. Heavenly Father wanted me to know who I am, and He wanted me to know whose I am, and He wanted me to know what He has in store for me and where I come from and my beginnings and what's awaiting me. And so He gave me a name, Galaxy. And so I am Kimberly Galaxy. And that's what happened. And so right now I have a Bible with me. It is a red letter version that I love. All of Jesus' words are in red. I do want to say that I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I love that. I got baptized in January of 2020. I have a whole journey behind that. But being a baptized and covenanted daughter with Jesus Christ and Heavenly Father is like the best, you know? And so I do think the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is scaffolding. It's essential and it's temporary. I truly, strongly believe that. It's temporary for this earth, though. We need it while it's here, and then when Jesus comes to reign, He's like, all right, now that I'm back, please, and then we could say things like, you don't have to wear those suits, or we could say, don't talk so stiffly, or we could say, oh, I love how you're helping the poor, and I love how you're ministering to the one, and I love how, I'm saying, like, you could say good and bad about the church, okay? You can. So I'm going to focus on the positive. If people want to bring up negative, I'm willing to address that, but just know that, like, with my videos, like, I don't know, I want everyone to have a voice, but I'm always going to defend the church. Now, if there's sometimes I will say, yeah, you know what? I actually really don't understand that one. Or I'd say, so I kind of have this controversial theory. I have a theory that, just as with race and the priesthood, the way things were said, the capacity to which they were said, the trend that was said, what's currently said now, everything. I feel like while race and the priesthood is like a really like, how do I reconcile this? How do I reconcile this? Because it's not just the priesthood, it's temple blessings. How do I reconcile this? How do I reconcile this? How do I reconcile this? The church has to apologize, this, that. What did the book of Mormon say about, like, right, there's so much. But I believe that we look at the here and now. And the here and now is the church is very declarative that it does not support racism, and that to be a follower of Jesus Christ, you must abolish racism. And President Nelson calls upon us, Jesus Christ's voice, I believe, Heavenly Father, is telling us to be peacemakers. That all being said, like, I don't even remember, but basically just like, oh yes, the here and now, race and the priesthood, yes. I believe that our understanding of polygamy is going to be a situation like race and the priesthood, where leaders say things. I mean, the church even publishes articles and journals, and like the church really like admits to Joseph being a polygamist, but it's going to come out from God in due time that is not right, that Joseph never practiced polygamy, and in fact Joseph fought polygamy. And I'm going to say I sustain President Nelson, and I sustain the quorum of the 12 apostles, and I sustain the General 70, and my stake president, and my bishop, and my fellow ward members. And I believe that Joseph fought polygamy, and it's okay, the church has been wrong before, but there always is that plan of like, well, what if they weren't wrong? What if God was running the timing? And God's like, oh, I got to take these poor children step by step by step by step by step. And we need to understand that love isn't so exclusive in the sense that Jesus Christ's love is for all of us. Jesus Christ's love is for all of us. And therefore, there's technically a thing of polygamy, but that's like teaching a child about sex way too early. You know what I'm saying? Like, polygamy is not meant to be had on this earth. It is not. It is not. Polygamy is not meant to have on this earth. It is a celestial principle with Jesus Christ alone. That we as our married unit, me, Kimberly, married with my future person, become one, and then we're married to Jesus, and we become one, and then we're Heavenly Father and Mother. I don't know, but I'm just saying, like, everyone's there. People are sealed in families, but we're ultimately one being. And so it's monogamy with a plural dynamic being. One that is every person has lived and ever lived and will live and has lived and can live. Like, anyone who has a body gets to be part of the wife to Jesus Christ. So it's like polygamy, but we never should have practiced it here, and Joseph did not, and he fought it. And at that time, people got confused, and Brigham Young got confused, and things were confusing, and we'll have history corrected, where we'll learn that Joseph did indeed fight polygamy, and that the church was in error when it was posting articles about Fanny Alger and God sending an angel to threaten Joseph Smith with a sword. I am offended that God would ever be accused of something like that. That he would be accused of threatening someone's life over how they use their agency. I do not believe God would ever do that. And I also do not believe he would authorize lies. God can authorize murder, apparently, because I believe he did with Laban. But he will not authorize murder. And he will never, ever, ever, ever accept in the tiniest, remotest way sexual assault. Never. And sexual deviancy is on the spectrum of sexual assault. And here's the thing. God also raised up Solomon and David and plenty of other people. And so if Brigham Young was a David, I can handle that. I can trust God and still say, yeah, Brigham Young was a David. He did something abhorrent. And then it even worse, it passed on. But God, what does he do? He exalts. He does a creation, there's a fall, Brigham Young and polygamy, but then the atonement brings you higher. You know what the atonement is? All the people that are here because of polygamy. Ugh. Myself included. So it's a dynamic, weird, paradoxical thing where I wouldn't be without polygamy, but God didn't want it to happen, but because it did, and then he made it for our good. So I believe that sums up a lot of different things, and I'm excited to be back, and there's so much we can talk about. Whatever you want to talk about, I have lots of thoughts, and I'd love to hear from you. So message me on Messenger or text me, and we should just have a conversation about beliefs and perspectives and worldviews, and I love it all. Atheists, agnostic, politically, socially motivated. So, okay, love to hear your thoughts. Thanks. Love you. Bye.